Hi Aries, welcome to your March 2017 monthly tarot preview. Thank you as always for watching. This month we will be focusing on love and relationships with other people. I do offer private readings. They are definitely more specific to you. You can email me, it's listed down below. Figure out what will be good for you. It doesn't have to be in love, it can be in anything you'd like. But getting to your preview. We have the Tower. Oh, let me see. These cards in general are somewhat dark, so I apologize. And it's kind of a cloudy day outside. But we have the Tower in reverse. This is going to be your theme for March. And before we, get our panties all in a bunch, it's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay. The Tower is just major change that was unforeseen for the most part. Something that was there. It was built off of a faulty foundation, but we didn't quite realize it type thing. And now it's just suddenly, breaks on you. So, but being in reverse, I really would say that a good 95% of you, this isn't going to be something that happens to you necessarily as much as it's going to be something that's happening to someone else. So if you're in a relationship, it could be your partner. If you're single, it could be a potential partner that you just meet, or it could just be a friend, even a family member. Something, big is going to be happening to someone else. It's going to be affecting you, most likely indirectly. You're most likely going to be the person that they're going to have to lean on. Excuse me, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing either. I mean, again, it's a sudden change that was somewhat unforeseen, so I mean, this could be, if someone was married, okay, let's just say, because we're talking about relationships, this could be, your best friend finding out that, their partner wants a divorce, okay, or it could be something like, your best friend finds out that someone that they've been crushing on for forever reciprocates their feelings and they're, madly in love with each other, and it was like, oh, I didn't know you felt the same way. Okay, those are two instances that are completely different, but they're still, it's like a sudden, like, oh my god. So, with that out of the way, we start the month off with the Four of Coins. And the Four of Coins is about holding on to something very tightly. Okay? It's about not wanting to let go. And what I always say with this card is, if it's gonna go regardless of how tightly you hold on. If it's not gonna go, you might make it go because you smother it. So, I don't know if, there's some sort of change that you don't want to happen. Again, this, or maybe there's a change in someone else's life, and you don't want to let that person go because of it, or what have you. But you're not wanting to let something go. But this change is going to happen regardless. And as I said, I think it's definitely something that's going to be happening with this major change is going to be something that happens to someone else in your life, someone else close to you, because we have the Eight of Wands, and it's right underneath it. And the Eight of Wands is all about messages coming swiftly. And again, this is a sudden, drastic change. So, you're going to be getting news, okay, of this from someone else. But the Eight of Wands, I mean, it's good news. Okay, so maybe, maybe you're best friends with someone. I mean, I know this isn't necessarily a love example, but, this is also just with relationships with other people. Because not everyone necessarily is romantically involved, but, as an example, your best friend tells you, oh my god, I just got engaged. That's good news that comes to you, and that's a changing. Well, if your best friend's getting engaged, maybe they're going to move away, maybe their fiancé lives somewhere else, and you don't want to let them go. I mean, that could definitely be how it plays out. But regardless, it doesn't matter whether this is happening to your best friend, your partner, a potential partner. This is the main, you have to apply it to the people in your life and see how it plays out. And we do end with the Seven of Cups in reverse for the month. So we are narrowing things down. And we don't almost like want to budge. We want to stay exactly where we are. And then we get some news of some change happening to somebody else. Okay, it comes in very swiftly, and it's good news. And so that helps you, narrow down your ideas, I guess you could say, your decisions or your plans. Maybe you were stuck before and now you know which way you want to go. Whether it's with your partner, if this was something that happened with your partner, maybe just a best friend, maybe, that makes you make some decisions with you and your own partner. You see something happening to someone else, this can play out so many different ways. But what will help you we have the Ace of Swords in reverse. And this is going to be your advice to help you get through this. So, don't be so set, I guess you could say, on one idea. The Ace of Swords in the upright is having that aha moment, that sudden breakthrough. And being like, that's exactly what I need. I'm going to do that. But that's a very pinpointed direction. So in reverse, the advice is to not just be so focused on just one thing and just be like, no, this is how it has to happen. Just so have your, mindset on this is, what's going to have to happen. Again, and it's lined up right with the Four of Coins. So, not being like that. That's going to be your advice. Kind of let things kind of go with the flow. You go with the flow. Again, this is going to be something that's positive and something that's happening to someone else that is very close to you and is part of your life because it is affecting you. Partly could possibly be affecting your partnerships as well. But so be excited for whatever this new change is that's coming in, and I hope you enjoy your March.